All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give our praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. I'm the brother YAHAWAH. You're joined with
YAHAWAH.
And we're coming back, at you with another lesson. And Lord willing, we hope it be edifying. We're just jumping into another lesson, just to, going to the chariots of YAHAWASHI. Yahweh, who the world inly calls God, BAHASHAM is in the name, YAHAWASHI, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ and Jehovah. We're going into the chariots because what? The chariots, is our salvation. What the world inly calls UFOs, we call them IFOs, identifying flying objects. We know what they are, the chariots of YAHAWASHI. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to read this scripture real quick, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5. I'm going to start at 2. I'm going to start at 1. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. And I'm going to just drop into the point. And it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Yeah, the righteous man. Where are the righteous men of YAHAWASHI, the prophets? It says stand in great boldness. That's what we're doing on the highways and byways. And made no account of his labors, right? That's what the so-called white man, is aiming towards us. They don't take no account of our labors. But verse 2, it says, here's the point. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Right? They shall be, amazed. They shall be troubled with terrible fear, because what? A lot of these people don't know what a chariot of YAHAWASHI is. So when the day of the Lord come and they see these chariots, a lot of these people's gonna bug out. Starting with the so-called white man, 2/3 of our people, that has been mocking the chariots, saying that there is no chariots. What is this guy Ronald Dalton talking about? There is no chariots. The guy that made the whole Hebrews, the Negroes, documentary.
Right.
Yeah. And they shall be amazed with strangers of his salvation, right? Because what? You see these different movies like Independence Day. You see these different movies like that. You'll see, certain people getting beamed up, so far beyond all that they look for, right? You got something, brother?
Yes, I got something. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 19 through 21. It says, thy dead man shall live together with my dead body. Shall they arise? Awake and see, yet they dwell in the dust. For thy dew is the dew of the herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers. Shut thy doors about thee. This is the chariots. Hide thyself for a little moment until the indignation that passed. This is the indignation of Esau.
Yep.
When the time of those missiles fall, the Yahweh is going to hide us in these chambers of the chariots.
Right, that's right. Because what? When the elect get beamed up in the chamber, the whole earth is going to be in shambles. What? This is the way of our salvation, the way of the chariots. If you're not being up in those chariots, you're going to be destroyed.
21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of a place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. And the earth shall also be disclosed with her blood, and shall no more cover her be slain.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The chariots also is going to be used for salvation, but it's also going to be used for what? Judging these people. Because what? These chariots going to be shooting laser beams down on these people, the wicked of our people, Esau, Edom, these other nations.
Right. Tempest.
Yep.
So,
I got something real quick. Let me get let's get some. I'm gonna get Isaiah 66 and 15.
Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, for behold, the Lord YAHAWASHI will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right. Not only is the chariots going to be used for the salvation of his elect, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're also going to be used to judge these people. As it says, and with fire in his chariots like a whirlwind. The Lord is coming with fire. One of those fires, not only the thermonuclear missiles that's going to touch down and destroy this place, but what? Those so-called, what the world, so-called called UFOs is going to be shooting what? Fire out. Those concentrated laser beams. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Exactly right. That's what's coming. Not only is the salvation not only salvation, to us the elect, but destruction to these other 2/3 of our people in these other nations.
God. I got another precept. This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 13. Do ye we have among the pots, yet ye shall be like the wings of a dove covered with silver, and with her feathers with yellow gold. So this is the chariots. During that time, we're gonna be protected with those chariots.
Right.
So this is another telltale sign of what's to come, and how YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI is gonna protect us.
Oh, that's right. Like I said, the Lord is coming back with chariots. He's coming back with the farthest ship, the biggest ship. Out of all the chariots. Everybody in that day is gonna know. We're seeing the signs of the chariots right now.
Right.
Every day we seeing a chariot sign. A brother don't see one day, another brother is seeing it somewhere else. Let me get something real quick. Actually, in that Psalm, what was that? That was that Psalms 68 and
Right. I got one. I got one real quick.
Okay.
Psalms chapter 27, verse 5. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. So at that time, the pavilion he's talking about is the chariots.
Mm-hmm.
So again, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, during that time in the nation, when Esau his anger is at his height, the Most High is going to hide us and protect us during that time in this chariots.
Man, that's right. Our forefathers, know about the chariots. The Lord is bringing us back into remembrance of the chariots. Like we were going into, that's going to be a big part of our salvation. Now, back in that Psalm 68, you read that Psalm 68 already, but it was more to it actually.
Okay.
Psalm 68 and 17, it says, the chariots of YAHAWAH are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai and the holy place. Right. The Lord is coming back with thousands, of chariots. That's how the elect is going to be beamed up, by the way of chariots. The Lord is not going to, just walk around and just grab people. The Lord is going to grab them by the way of his chariots, So for that, that guy, Ronald Dalton, saying there's no chariots, this guy don't understand the Bible. A lot of these people don't understand the Bible, You had something else, brother?
No, not yet.
Let me get something real quick. I got some. Salakia. Let me get, let's see. Bear with us for a second. Yeah, this is ultimately how the Lord is going to gather up his elect. This is the book of Matthew 24 and 31. It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. How is the Lord going to do that? By the way of the chariots, because the chariots is coming back to do, two things, to deliver the elect. The Lord is sending back the chariots to do two things: deliver the elect and deliver judgment to these people.
I got some. Psalms 31, verse 19 and 20. Oh, how his great, Oh, how the great of his goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence, and from the pavilion, from the pride of man, and thou shalt keep them in thy secret in the secret in the pavilion from the strife of the tongues.
Right. The Lord is ultimately going to keep us by the way of the chariots. The Lord is going to hide us from the destruction that's about to come up upon this place. Because what? If you're not guarded by YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, if you're not beamed up, if you're left here for dead while these missiles is hitting ground zero upon this place, America, mainly here in America, Babylon the Great, you're going to be through. But let me see. Can I get something else real quick before we close out? Let's see. Yep, this is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah 11 and 11. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. Meaning what? Our people are scattered. By what? By these different, captivities, different slave trades. The Lord is going to use the chariots, in these different, not only here in America, the great deliverance is going to be mainly here in America, but, the chariots is going to deliver around the world, other parts of the world, our people that's scattered, in these different lands. A lot of our people may look like the other nations, but what? They're Israelites, But it says also, verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And how ultimately that's going to happen? How the Lord is going to gather his elect? By the way of the chariots, Got something else, brother? Well, that was it, basically. So with that being said, we want to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakapadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, we hope this is edifying. Until next time, Wah, a Bible ball.
Bible ball.
Yeah.